Let's get us through this.
Live from a secret location somewhere in northeast Wisconsin, it's Clubhouse Live, the virtual show. We'll look back on how the Packers fared with our co-host Allen Lazard. We'll talk football. We'll take a peek at what's next on the schedule, and we'll have our usual fun too. We're ready. Allen's ready. Are you ready? It's time to get started. Let's open the doors and welcome to
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome once again to Clubhouse Live, the virtual show. Man, if you could have seen all the stuff we've been kind of trying to hammer out here, we apologize for the delay, but some weird stuff on what normally would be our Halloween show that's just par for the course. Plus, it's offensive line night, too, so weird stuff happens when the big guys join the show. Hey, that's right. We are coming to you live once again from the top floor, the 10th floor, somewhere in northeast Wisconsin. As you heard, it's a secret location. I am Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin, and I'm guessing a lot of people are feeling a lot better after what went down yesterday in Houston versus what happened down in Tampa. So maybe you can do your virtual cheers. Go for it. It's going to be a fun show. Looking forward to it. But first, the powers that be, I got to get my earbuds in. The powers that be make me do this next part of the show, and it's a little different tonight. It is when I have to introduce the other member of our Clubhouse Live crew. It is none other than an absent Chicago Bears fan, Ricardo Arguello. Are you there, Ricardo?
Yes, I'm very much. Go back, go. Green. I'm very much here. Thank you, Rosie, for that. But no, I'm here at my house.
There you are.
I'm about, 45 minutes away from the start of Monday Night Football. You know, it's an official holiday for me, Brett. That's why I'm not there with you. It's a Bears game. You know, I can't. It's in the contract. I don't have to be there. I'm here at my house. But I decided to afford you the opportunity to have me on the show anyway. Let's just make sure it gets wrapped up by 7:25, my friend.
Yeah, I was not aware that this was in your contract, that you would be home when the Bears play on Monday Night Football. I mean, that's fine.
Yes,
whatever.
you don't read, Brett. You don't read the contract, my friend. May I add, it is a Bear Monday, my friend.
I cannot wait for our Packers-Bears bet. The good thing is, yes, there's some booze. Booze for sweetness.
Yeah,
the nice thing
a little delayed reaction there.
The nice thing is with the Bears playing tonight and you being at your place, we don't have to do the Bears Minute. Yeah. So let's do something. Something a little bit more fun, Ricardo. Your Bears are no longer in first place by themselves. It's now a tie because Green Bay Packers 35, Houston Texans 20.
No. By tiebreakers, the Bears are number one.
Stop interrupting me. Hey, Rosie, get him off the camera. Mute him. Mute him like a debate, like the debate last week. Press the mute button on this guy. Would the Pack bounce back? Sunday's performance and outcome was an emphatic yes, as the shorthanded Packers looked sharp, for the most part, in taking down the Texans in Houston. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns, 283 yards, and leading an offensive unit that scored scored touchdowns on 4 of its first 6 drives, and put together 379 yards overall. 2 of those touchdowns were caught by Davante Adams, who put together another monster game with 13 receptions for a career-high 196 yards. Both of his touchdowns, 7 of his catches, and 124 of his yards came on third down. How about that? Meanwhile, Jamal Williams was a workhorse when it came to the Packers' running game, finishing with 19 carries for 77 yards and a score. The defense also came to play, recording 3 sacks and a late fourth-quarter fumble. That's 5 in the wagon for Green Bay, with 10 still lagging. Hey, he's back. He wasn't gone for long. It's Happy Vince. Everybody loves Happy Vince. How about another virtual cheer for Happy Vince? Because the Packers won, and he loves it. There he is. There's the cheers. And he loves it when the guys are here. Our co-host is back. It is Green Bay Packers wide receiver Allen Lazard. He's here. There he is. Wave to the camera, Allen. Yes, he's here. The Lizard. And check out who is hanging out with us tonight in the virtual studio. It is Green Bay Packers left guard, Elgton Jenkins. He's here too. There he is, a nice wave to the camera. We'll get him on the screen here in a little bit. Hey, Ricardo, it's time for you again. Tell everybody how this show works. It is still interactive, even though it's virtual.
It is virtual and an interactive show, Brett. We invite your comments and questions to our live chat. That's being monitored by our guy, Jake Prinzen. He will relay those comments and questions right over to us, Brett. If you're watching on the video, or if you're watching online, you should see that chat application next to the video viewer.
Right below it, I believe, is how that works if you're watching it on your desktop and mobile. Hey, Twitter users, use the hashtag Clubhouse if you want to ask a question. Give us a follow. I'm at PC Brett C. Ricardo's at PC Ricardo. Allen is at Allen Lazard. And Elgton is at big_E_14. Get him off the screen, Rosie. And give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. Hey, we got the Vikings welcome mat here. It is Vikings week, and we don't like the Vikings, good. Even when they are down, Ricardo. There it is. I've made sure to stomp my feet all over that tonight just to bring some bad luck to the purple people eaters. Easy for me to say. So let's get our co-host on here, shall we? He is in his third NFL season, almost all with the Packers. He catches passes, he makes plays, he scores touchdowns. He has cool stuff in his house, and he will be back on the field soon. We know it. Give it up for Green Bay Packers wide receiver, number 13, Allen, the Lizard, Lazard.
Yo, what's good?
What's going on? A lot of cheering going on tonight, a lot of virtual cheer.
Yeah. A lot of people are happy about the win yesterday.
Yeah, where are you? There you are. Why are we showing Ricardo all the time?
Because you all love me.
Yeah. Maybe turn his mic down, too. Alan, two things. First, normally this would be our Halloween show, and I can guarantee you almost every year we have had a lot of weird stuff happening. So this is par for the course. Technical issues, Google Chrome issues, Ricardo issues. So just kind of go with the flow here on Halloween night show. And also, you will not be here next week. You will be gone. The Packers have a short week with the Thursday game coming up against San Francisco. That means an altered practice schedule, which means Allen and the guys likely won't be available to hang out with us next Monday. But we will still have a show, same time, and we'll hopefully have a guest. We're working on that. So look for more information on next week's show soon on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. And Allen will rejoin us in 2 weeks again on November 9th. So you have a little breather from us, Allen. I'm sure you're looking forward to that.
Absolutely not.
I was waiting for just the absolutely. Yes, I am looking forward to the break. But hey, as I said, Halloween show, normally we'd be all dressed up, gussied up. What would you have worn to Clubhouse Live? What would your costume have been?
I think it would only suit me right to dress up as a lizard this year.
Yeah.
I've never done it before. I feel like I kind of have to embrace it.
That would have been good. Ricardo, I'm disappointed to see him as a lizard. Remember, John Kuhn, we called him the General, and he wore a general uniform one time.
Yeah.
Or a costume.
That was great. I love it.
I wonder what Elgton would have dressed up as. That would have been interesting, too. So we would have had a fan costume contest. We'd have had a good time. So let's do it. Let's plan on doing it next year, Lizard. We'll have a good time. So are you one of those guys, though, with Trick or Treat coming up? Are you going to keep the porch light on and invite the kiddos to come on over and hand out some candy? Are you kind of that curmudgeon that's going to have that porch light off and you don't want anybody at your house?
No, I'm definitely going to have mine on. Or I would have mine on, handing out candy, but I don't think it's appropriate this year to be able to do that, unfortunately. But usually, yeah, I would love to have the kids, come up to the doorstep and hand out candy.
I suppose that is part of the NFL COVID protocol, right? You can't even see anybody. You're not allowed to even see a normal person, right?
Pretty much. I mean, all I do is go to the facility and come home. Whatever I really need, all my essentials are at the facility. So, every once in a while I'll stop at Target, get toilet paper, Kleenex, paper towel. But for the most
essentials.
part, it's just home, facility home.
Those are essentials, no doubt about it. I'm surprised the Packers just don't have cases delivered to each of the players' doorsteps. Cases of toilet paper, Kleenex, all that stuff. Well, I tell you what, next year we'll have our big Halloween extravaganza because all this COVID stuff's going to be in the rearview mirror, and we're going to be back to normal, or as normal as we can be. But inquiring minds want to know, Alan, how is the core muscle progressing? How are you feeling? Are you ready to go?
I'm not ready to go, but I'm feeling great, though. I've been making a lot of progress and slowly, day by day, getting there. So the near end to this is in the near future, I should say.
That's good. I think that's something that fans probably need to understand, that while you're eligible to practice again, I think this is how this works. It just isn't, let's throw them on the field and let them play a game of football after being out with a core muscle injury. There are some boxes you have to check, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to get checked out by the trainers and doctors. I just want to get my feet wet and just be able to go out there and play again, just because I haven't really been practicing those skills, being able to run routes, receive the ball, getting hit, tackled. So it's kind of, just want to ease into it, and I'm sure the coaches and trainers will do it the best way possible.
Hey, just real quick before we talk a little, and by the way, the Packers medical team does a really good job. I mean, they protect yourself from yourself. I mean, you guys want to get on the field right away, but those guys are good at what they do, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Flea and all the guys and the training staff, and really the whole organization. I think they do a great job of taking care of their players.
Now, got a couple things going on here online. Got fans watching from, of course, Wisconsin, Tennessee, Georgia, Iowa, your home state. They're watching you from Ames, Iowa. But Iowa Joe wants to know, since we were talking Halloween, what was your favorite Halloween candy to get trick-or-treating?
Ooh. My favorite candy, I would have to say Nerds Rope. I don't think you can really beat the Nerds Rope old-fashioned. But they do make the Nerds Ropes like in little bites now, and so it's just like you just pop them. It's just it's amazing. Those are my favorite candy now.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I think that's mine. Snickers. By the way, my wife, we had 2 bags of candy anticipating trick-or-treating. I've already gone through one, and I'm half through the other. So she's a little angry with me that I'm snacking on the Halloween candy, and we're going to have to buy some more. But that's just how it is this time of year. That's the way it is. It's a good time of year, fun time of year. Lizard, let's talk Packers-Texans a little bit, shall we? What impressed you most about how the guys played? Anything specific stand out to you?
I think the biggest thing that, something that we did last year as well is that we bounced back. For them to, go out and have the poor performance, I think we would all agree, down in Tampa Bay, and then be able to come back this week and go down to Texas and to have that performance. And obviously guys like Davante and Aaron step up and led the way, and the defense did a tremendous job as well. So the thing that impressed me the most was, just the resilience that we have as a team and how we're able to bounce back and keep on going.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, and maybe there's a little bit more to say, but you were shorthanded offensively, shorthanded defensively, but different guys stepped up, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So what does that tell you about the guys, your teammates, the guys in the locker room, that not only were you able to bounce back from a rough loss, and you had the negative attention from the outside and the noise and all that stuff, asking about, is this going to be a trend? Can they bounce back? But that you were able to, while also facing the adversity of not having some key guys available. Did that show some toughness maybe in the locker room and what this team is made of here in 2020?
Yeah, in the NFL, you got to be able to hit reset every single week. It doesn't matter if you have a win or a loss. You got to be able to come back on Monday, go over the film, get done with it, and then to be able to move on to next week. It's a very challenging league. Every team's good. So the fact that we're able to go out there and do that, like I said, shows the resilience, and we got to be able to keep moving forward, keep adding these games, stacking them up again, and be able to get some more momentum going.
Absolutely. Look, we'll get to Davante Adams here in a little bit. Obviously, another monster game. We got to get your thoughts on number 17. But let's talk about some others who made an impact yesterday. How about Malik Taylor, Jay Sternberger, both catching their first regular season touchdowns? I know Jace had a playoff touchdown last year, but first ones in the regular season. So what does it say about those guys? Even a guy like Darius Shepard, who has stepped in the punt returns, kickoff returns with Irvin being out, that, hey, you got to stay ready no matter where your place is on the roster. And not only were they ready, but they made plays when they had to.
Absolutely. Those guys have stepped up tremendously. And for fans, they don't really see that as much as the growth that I've been able to see every single day going back from last year. Your guy like Shep, who's kind of didn't get as much of a big role as he did last year, but now he's stepping into a bigger role, and he's done a tremendous job of picking up and filling in that void. And Jace, who's just been developing a bunch since last year and being able to get comfortable with the offense and to be able to develop some chemistry with Aaron this year, I think has been huge. So to be able to have those guys do that, and for Malik to step up, be able to get his first touchdown, I think the first one's the hardest one to get, just be able to get that weight off of your shoulder and be able to go out there and play comfortable and be able to play relaxed will just be huge. Be able to have someone like that to spin me or Davante when we're healthy and we need a breather, and still be able to have a threat vertically, and also to be asset in the run game as well. It'll be a huge part of our offense.
Even defensively, you look at guys like rookie safeties Henry Black, Vernon Scott. It's like Matt LaFleur always says, everybody doing their 111th, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the coaches do a great job of preparing everyone on the team, not just the starters in particular. I think we do a good job of teaching our schemes, our offense, defense, and, I think we have a great leadership as well that goes out there and be able to put good film out there for the young guys to watch and to be able to go out there and reciprocate as well.
Now, another one who stepped up, although we know a lot about him and what he can do, Jamal Williams, right? Your running back, with Aaron Jones being out. He's shouldering the load now and ended up having a nice day. 114 offensive yards, showed that he, again, is an all-around back. There he is, celebrating. He's probably dancing he's probably dancing right now. I think he just dances all the time. But what did you like about what he did on Sunday? Again, another guy who stepped up in a big way.
Yeah, for anyone in the facility, Jamal's performance wasn't a surprise to anyone. Just for how much time and effort that dude and the work that he puts in on the field and off the field as well has been tremendous. I was very fortunate to train with him a little bit this offseason down in Phoenix and witness his training first-handedly. And I will definitely vouch to say that he's probably made the biggest jump, I would say, from last year to this year as far as any individual on our team, just from the work that he's put in and the development that he's made this year. And you obviously were able to see that yesterday, and he'll continue to help us win and be a huge asset for us.
Yeah, and of course we got to talk about the standout, Davante Adams, right? Your teammate there in the wide receiver room. Another historic day for number 17. 13 grabs on 16 targets. That's crazy for a career high 196 yards and 2 touchdowns. There he is doing his thing yesterday down in Houston. Incredible production. Allen, how was he able to make plays when everyone knows he's going to get the bulk of the targets? I mean, that's not supposed to be possible in the NFL, yet he has done this consistently, I should say, throughout his career.
Yeah, I think, that's what really makes Davante the best of the best. And ultimately, I think, the best at the position right now in the game. It doesn't matter what coverage he gets. You even see, we were watching film today, and you even see a couple times they really have 2 guys over him, kind of like a vice like they do on punt. Which is, pretty incredible for one single player to attract 2 guys, shows the respect that the defense has for them as well. But, I've been able to see the hard work that he's put in, over the past few years, and the details that he has, and he holds himself to such a high standard, and the relationship that he has with Aaron, and the chemistry that they have on the field is just, one of the best I've ever seen, and it's truly something special to watch.
One play in particular, that 28-yard catch along the sideline, tight coverage, late first quarter, was a third down throw. I think you know what I'm talking about. I think Davante said he even lost it in the lights. So you're a wide receiver. You know the degree of difficulty in doing something like that, making a catch like that, making a play like that. So what were you thinking as you watched it live and then watched it back in film? that's like high-level stuff from him and from Aaron Rodgers, who delivered a dime as he was getting hit on a blitz. I mean, incredible play, and it actually led to Sternberger's touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's just going back to on their chemistry that they have. You know, really, it's just muscle memory of, you know, that you can't tell me on how many times you've seen Aaron, you know, take a 3-step drop, throw a nice little fade about, you know, 20 so yards down the field and drop it right in the breadbasket for Davante. So I think that's something that they do better than anyone else in the league. And, you know, for him to be able to go out there and make that play, even though the distraction with the light, like I said, it's just muscle memory, knowing where Aaron's going to put the ball, and for him to be able to go out there and just make the play.
A couple more things, then we're going to take a timeout and get Elton here onto our virtual stage. But, you know, a lot was made about practice going into the Buccaneers game. It wasn't as sharp. Now you're hearing going into the Texans game, it was very sharp and focused. So I'm wondering, how do you make sure you maintain that level of practice so you don't have those lulls, those down weeks? Is it easier said than done, or in your opinion, is it not that difficult at all to make sure that you're focused in practice week in and week out?
Yeah, well, like I said, you just got to be able to hit that reset button every single Monday. Once you get in that habit and that routine of being able to finish, you know, get done with last week and be able to move on mentally, it'll help you be able to move on physically as well, be able to go out there and attack practice, be able to go out there and get better every single day and have good focus. Yeah,
I know Adrian Amos said afterward, quote, "We have to prepare to be great each and every week," end quote. So obviously it's good to learn that lesson early in the season, and hopefully for you guys that carries over all the way into the end and however far you guys go in the playoffs. Last thing, Packers have yet to lose back-to-back games under Matt LaFleur. 18-4 now he is in leading the Packers. Is there any explanation for how he's able to kind of steer you guys away from losing streaks, you know, especially after having rough games, and get you guys back on the right path?
Yeah, I think we just do a great job of being able to evaluate the film and critique it to even a higher standard that we normally even have. Of being able to go out there and just really focus on the details and intricacies of what we're trying to do and get done. You know, looking back at the games that we have lost in the past, it's usually only a play or two here and there that we miss a block, we have a missed assignment, or you know, it's just we get caught off guard or something, like we're not preparing as much. So we just go back and as long as we're able to correct those mistakes and be able to keep moving forward. I think that's why we were able to do a good job of bouncing back after a loss.
All right, good stuff. How about another virtual cheer? That was a good segment. I want to hear the crowd getting into this. There we go. Thank you. Hey, by the way, before we take a timeout, I got a tweet here from Ben Clubb. He loves watching the show, and he's enjoying it from snowy Oklahoma. It snows in Oklahoma?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
It did.
It does, Ricardo?
It did yesterday. Yep. Yeah, because I had cousins who just moved to Texas this past week, and they're shocked because they went through Oklahoma and it was snowing today. Or yesterday. So
there was snow up here in northeast Wisconsin. Thankfully, it's gone. I'm not ready for that garbage. I hate the snow, hate the winter, and I'm already dreaming about those Arizona winters when I'm old and wrinkled. But I tell you what, it's time for tonight's Stat Pack, guys. According to ESPN Stats and Information, Davante Adams is just the third wide receiver in Packers history with at least 2 games in a season with 150 or more receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns in a single game since the 1970 AFL-NFL merger. How about that? The others, Sterling Sharp in 1989 and Antonio Freeman in 1998, both members of the Packers Hall of Fame. By the way, Adams has 2 such games this season, as I mentioned. The rest of the NFL combined, 1 such game. And Davante has 2 by himself. That's according to NFL.com. Adams' stat line so far this season, 36 catches for 449 yards and 4 touchdowns. Ricardo, I know you're a huge Sterling Sharp fan.
Love Sterling Sharp. Probably, you know, I tell this to everyone I know. He's my favorite Packer of all time. I really respect him as a player.
Okay, time to get him off the screen and mute him again. I've had enough of Ricardo. By the way, another message. We have fans watching tonight in Germany and Portugal. How about that? This is worldwide.
Wow.
We are the internet sensation after all. What do you think about that, Alan?
Yeah, it's dope. Dope having fans from all over the world.
I'm going to start saying that when I talk to my wife. She asked me tonight how the fajitas were, and I should have said they're so dope. They're dope. Can I do that? Am I cool enough to say that?
No.
These too, man. Start picking up the lingo.
Ricardo says no, and I think Alan's just being nice to me. I don't think I'm very cool to say stuff like that at all. Or lit, swaggy B, all that stuff.
Stop.
All
it's
right.
like watching your granddad talk hip.
All right. Should we get Elton onto the screen, Alan? A nice long intro for him. All right, let's do this. Our guest tonight, he's going to listen to this nice long resume. He's in his second NFL season, both with the Packers, was selected by the Packers in the second round of the 2019 NFL Draft. Our guest tonight has started all 6 games for Green Bay this season, 5 at left guard and 1 at right tackle. Our guest tonight is part of an offense that so far this season is averaging nearly 33 points per game. That's ranked second in the league. Our guest tonight appeared in all 16 games last season, starting 14 of those contests at left guard. Our guest tonight became only the second Packers guard since 1974 to earn Pro Football Writers of America All-Rookie honors when he landed that accolade last season. Our guest tonight played collegiately at Mississippi State. You can see that on his T-shirt, where he started 34 of the 49 career games in which he appeared. There it is. And made starts at center, left tackle, left guard, and right tackle. How about that versatility? Our guest tonight helped Mississippi State rank second in the SEC in rushing offense as a senior on his way to earning All-America status by The Athletic and being named the recipient of the Kent Hull Trophy, which is given to the most outstanding college offensive lineman in the state of Mississippi. Our guest tonight, as mentioned, has the versatility to play anywhere along the offensive line. He's nicknamed Big E. He has an American bully named Draco. We'll talk about that. Draco. And our guest tonight wants people to know that the big guys up front, quote, are playmakers too. How about a Clubhouse Live virtual welcome for Green Bay Packers left guard, number 74, Elgton Jenkins. Yes, love the music, love the cheers. Welcome to the show, Elgton.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you. Good that you're here. But because this is Alan's show and you are Alan's guest, Alan, the Lizard, always asks the first question.
Ellen, I want to know why you think that you are a playmaker.
Man, because offensive line, we open holes, we give running backs, quarterbacks time to throw, running backs holes to run through. So, without us up front, plays won't be made. So we're the playmakers.
There's an answer for you, Alan.
Okay.
He answered it.
I can respect that. You do be making plays.
Oh, they are virtual fans in a great mood tonight. I love it. Hey, by the way, Elgton, I think, is a big Halloween guy. Everybody remembers what he wore to the team Halloween party last year. Ricardo, I don't know if you know this. He was a nightstand. A nightstand.
What?
Yes. His head was like a lampshade.
Okay.
The rest of his body was a nightstand. I think he had a box of Kleenex and all this stuff, and he had a light. That was maybe the costume of the year. At least that's what the chatter was on the team. Alan, you like Halloween?
It was my favorite one for sure. I thought he did a great job. There was some other good competition there as well. I remember Tyler Lancaster dressed up as Nacho Libre. Jimmy Graham dressed up as Aaron Judge. So there's a lot of good costumes. Unfortunately, we can't have it this year, but
no,
can't wait till we can.
COVID is ruining everything. Elgton, what would you have dressed as this year? What was the costume? What were you thinking?
I don't know. I would have to put a lot of thought into it. Probably sit down, write some things out and everything. So knowing that we wasn't going to have it, I just, let it be.
Let it be. But that's a high bar to set. So it would have been tough.
I would have had to come back, bounce back, come better.
Yeah, would have been fun to see.
Yeah.
Maybe next year. Maybe you could come on Clubhouse Live wearing it. I always wanted to wear, Ricardo, I wanted to be one of the guys from Cobra Kai, from the Karate Kid, wearing those sleeveless gis, showing off my huge muscles, my arms, my pipes.
Yeah.
I could have passed it.
Well, that certainly would have been. You certainly have an imagination, my friend. I do give you that.
All right. Go away. Your dog, Elton, an American bully. What is that? And do you have him there? Can you put him on camera?
No, he's not here right now. He's back at home with my mom. She's supposed to be bringing him back in like a week or so. But yeah, he's a form of a pit bull and a mastiff, and they put it together, and it's like a very friendly, good dog that I feel like anybody could have.
Well, he would beat up my dog. My dog's like a 13-pound wimp. You know, she doesn't.
What kind of dog do you have?
First dog?
Sleep. What's that? Did you say something, Ricardo?
What kind of dog do you have?
Is it one of those first dogs?
There's no pit bull in it, I can tell you that. It's a little Lhasa Shan and a Bichon. Her name is Piper. All right, she's a nice little lap dog. Leave her
Does it
alone.
take 2 or 3 AA batteries with those?
Be
things?
quiet. Why don't you watch your Bears pregame show and just be quiet? Draco. I like that name, Draco. All right.
Draco.
Well, yeah, Allen kind of stole my question here, but I took that quote about offensive linemen are playmakers too from a Q&A you did with Matt Steinman of The Athletic back this summer. So I'm wondering, Allen or Elton, if you can say or tell fans what maybe the biggest misconception fans have of guys on the offensive line, because what you do, you're just not just slamming bodies across from you. There's a little bit more to it, a little bit more technique, a little bit more up here in the mental side of things, correct? Oh, boy, is he gone?
Uh-oh. I'll answer for him.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will say offensive lineman, I think that's probably the biggest change that I noticed from college to the NFL was the athleticism of the offensive and defensive linemen. We're very fortunate, I think, to have one of the best O-line, especially, David Bakhtiari, who's just a freak athlete. And just because he's an O-lineman, they don't get the highlight plays, they don't get the touchdowns or whatever. What he does at his position is, truly something special. And it's mesmerizing to watch, to see him to play at such a high elite level and so consistently. But like I said, those guys are freak athletes. They have to pull. They get down on the 3-point stance and then pulling laterally 10, 15 yards and be able to track down a linebacker that runs a 4.5, be able to get in the way of him in the perfect amount of time, and that way the running back can make a clean cut. So what they do in their job is definitely doesn't go unnoticed, but it's truly very, very athletic.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt, and I think you can definitely see that. There he is. He's back. So, Elton, Allen just gave you big-time props that he said you are the best athlete on the team, bar none.
I think it's him.
Hey, by
Good
the way,
answer.
yeah. Well, Elton's, even though you want attention, really no attention is the best attention for an offensive lineman, right?
Exactly. Not having your name called on game day and just playing a clean game is always the first goal for an offensive lineman. And, you can have your name called by, like, the people on the TV highlighting what the blocks of things you made or something like that. But, like, not having your name called on game day is a plus.
Hey, by the way, we have an online question for you, Elton, from Kyle Hoffman. He wants to know, what is your favorite position to play along the offensive line? You've done it all, college and some in pro. You've moved around a little bit. So what do you like to play the most?
Any interior position, I feel like I'll be best at. So I've been playing guard for 2 years now and been playing center for 2 years in college. So now I'm still learning to guard and still trying to get better each and every day. So any interior position would be good.
Allen, break up Elton a little bit. I always like you to kind of talk about your guests a little bit, but you've seen him now for a year plus, season number 2 together. What is it about that that makes him such a good player and such a special player?
First of all, I think Elton did a great job last year, just to begin with. Kind of got thrown into the fire, so to speak. I think it was, second, third game of the season, he had to come in and kind of just presume that starting role. And really, I think he was able to fill that void without any hiccups for our offensive line. Like I had talked about earlier with David Bakhtiari, Corey Lindsley, Billy Turner, all those guys. And I think it's a great leaders, and they set a great example. And I think they did a great job of kind of taking Elgie in last year and be able to show them the ropes. And I think he's done a great job of taking their coaching and really excelling from there. But like I kind of said earlier, what they do in the O-line it doesn't go unnoticed, and they're definitely freak athletes. And Elgie's definitely one of the best, I would say, in my eyes, for what he does.
Good stuff. Thank you, Allen. And hey, Rosie, if you're paying attention over there, can you get that photo up of of Allen and Elton from Week 1 of that Minnesota Vikings game? Again, we showed it to Allen. What's going on here? Is there like a fight on the field? What's going on, Elton? You explain it.
Man, me and Allen, we always push each other, to be good. I mean, like be great or whatever. So I think it was something. He had caught a ball and he didn't score, and I was like, man, scoring this time. I was talking noise, and then probably like 2 or 3 plays later, I think he got in the end zone, and I went over there to celebrate. He was like, I think he like, watch out, something like that, just playing around. But yeah, it's all love.
That's funny. Looks like he's giving you a stiff arm.
Yeah.
There it is again. Look at that. Just some teammates having a good time. That's what you like to see, and see that a lot with the Packers. They all seem to genuinely enjoy being around each other. Elton.
Oh, yeah.
I want you, one word. I've got it right here, just kind of looking at my notes here. One word to describe your offensive line mates. I'm going to say their name. You give me one word that describes them. Now, keep in mind, this will be used against you in later shows, especially if Allen gets some other offensive linemen on. So be careful. I'm going to start with the man we call Hollywood, our former Clubhouse Live co-host. One word to describe David Bakhtiari.
I'll say tough.
Okay. He'll like that. The Persian Prince, right, Ricardo?
Persian Prince.
Corey Lindsley.
Smart.
Okay.
Real
now, remember,
smart.
Ricardo, that article a number of years back, the old Grantland website, there was a big article about the Packers offensive line. At that time, it was with David, it was Josh Sitton, Corey, TJ Lang, and Brian Balaga, that line, back in 2015, I think it was. And Corey was described as a meathead. Is he still the meathead of the offensive line? And what is a meathead?
Yeah, I most definitely say he is. I guess the person is always like on the smart things and the other above knowledge and things like that. But I enjoy just being around Corey and the things that he brings to the offensive line room. It's never dull when he's around.
How about Lucas Patrick? One word.
I say resilient.
Yeah, that's a good one. Billy Turner.
Ari.
What was that?
Ari.
Okay.
Yo, it's a saying around, Billy brought to the team, Ari, just being a good person, being in good spirit and things like that. And I feel like me being around and honing into all that, I feel like it helped me be a better person, a better, just a more happy person.
Okay. I barely know English, so don't use these weird words on me. I'm having a hard time with that. Last one, Rick Wagner.
I'll say versatile.
Yeah. A lot of you guys are versatile.
Yeah.
Who's the leader of the offensive line room?
I say Bakhtiari.
Okay.
Bakhtiari here, leader. Corey, a leader. All those guys really lead in their own way, but just being a voice and being an example day in and day out, I say Dave.
How much more comfortable are you, Elton, in voicing or having your voice heard in the offensive line room this year? Last year you're a rookie, kind of take it all in, but now you've got all those games under your belt, some success. Is it easier for you to speak up if you have to now this season?
Yeah, it's way easier knowing that I put the work in last year and putting the work in this year. So I feel like the guys, respect my voice and things like that. So, it's real good. It's good.
Where do you think you've made your biggest jump going from year one to year two? You always hear about that year one to year two jump. It's big. What area have you grown the most as a player?
I feel like in the run game, I've grown most, just doing the dirty work, trying to being more physical, being more downhill on runs and things like that. So last year, I was good in the pass and I was okay in the run. I feel like I made a better jump this year and being more dominant in the run.
All right, hanging out with Elgton Jenkins, Allen Lazard, having a good Halloween show with a lot of weird stuff happening tonight. And we're going to keep it going with a few more questions before it is time for another Clubhouse Live challenge, Allen. So get ready. See if you can turn this into a winning streak here. Got a couple people eager and can't wait to see if you can win them some cool prizes. But Elgton, you played right tackle in week 1. Billy Turner played left tackle yesterday after playing right tackle the past 3 games. Lucas Patrick has played at both guard spots. How difficult is it to describe to the average fan that moving from spot to spot along the offensive line isn't just some simple thing to do? That's difficult, right? There's lots of different things you have to know at each spot. So just kind of maybe lay that out for us and how challenging that can be to keep moving around.
Yeah, we got a lot of versatile guys in our room, and Coach Steno and Coach Buckets get us ready each and every week, like with technique and things that we most likely gonna see on game day. So big ups to those guys, for helping us out and getting our technique right for that particular game that we're playing. And guys just being versatile and knowing the playbook and knowing the things that the next level of the playbook to do a good job on Sunday.
Last thing, and then it is going to be time for our Clubhouse Live challenge. But Elgton, describe how difficult it is as they're laughing at me. Clearly, they're making fun of me, and I don't like it, Ricardo. I don't like it one bit. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm laughing at Ellen. I'm
just kidding.
For sure.
I don't care. You guys can make fun of me all you want, but make sure you make fun of Ricardo just the same. That'll make me feel a little bit better. But anyway, how different is it blocking for Aaron Jones versus Jamal Williams versus A.J. Dillon versus Tyler Ervin? I mean, you probably had a pretty good idea that Jamal was going to, again, shoulder the load in the running game yesterday and that Aaron wasn't going to be able to play. But do you have to prepare differently, knowing that it's a different running back there?
No, because all those guys, I feel like all those guys hit the hole the same way. The scheme is set, the things that we do in the offense, we do it each and every week. So, everybody hitting the hole the same way, reading the same gaps. Obviously, the receivers coming in, blocking, making a big play. So I don't think anything really changed. It's just the scheme that we was playing in Houston that made, I guess, we had a more downhill approach, I feel like.
All right, good stuff with the guys. How about another virtual cheer for that segment, Rosie? There it is. Yes. Huge crowd here, worldwide crowd watching tonight, and they're going to watch our Clubhouse Live challenge. So, Rosie, we need some music. It is time to play the challenge, and there's my challenge flag. There's the music. All right. It's spooky music. It sounds like Halloween music tonight, which might be fitting. I like it. Alan's dancing a little bit. You guys want to see me dance a little bit?
Oh,
go ahead. Let's see
a song.
How's that? Not bad. There we go. That's my robot. I'll just dance like a robot. Look at, we're all dancing together, Ricardo. Yeah. Ricardo, you dance.
No, I'm trying to pay attention to the game over here.
Turn the TV off. All right. Let's get serious. That's enough dancing for me tonight. Actually, I think I just hurt my back. Did something to my neck. I'm not sure what happened there. Time to play a little How Well Do You Know? All right, this is our highly popular rapid-fire trivia contest, Elton. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. They each pertain to the same category. If you think you know the answer, you raise your hand and yell ding. Normally you would ring the bell, as I'm doing right now. But you guys can't ring the bell virtually. So we want you to say the bell, ding. Okay? Each question is worth 1 point. Ricardo, are you going to keep track here?
Yes.
And then after the 5 questions, after the 5 questions, Elton, there will be a bonus question of a point total that I'll determine to make sure Allen wins the game because it is his show. We want Allen to win the game. So what you're doing, you each have virtual playing partners, so you're going to be playing for prizes. So Allen, your virtual playing partner tonight is Pam Peters. Say hi to Pam.
Let's go, Pam.
He's still into that music. He likes it. And
Elton, still going.
Your virtual playing partner tonight is Jason Bino. Say hi to Jason.
Let's go, Jason. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Well, this is what you're going to get for the winner tonight. If you win, gets this beautiful, look at this, legendary Brett Favre book. And I am a contributing writer of. Right, Ricardo? My name is in the book.
You are.
I wrote some stuff in there years ago, and for the life of me, I can't remember what I wrote. But I did. It says I did. Now, the runner-up tonight, because nobody goes home empty-handed, and because it did snow yesterday in northeast Wisconsin, it's time to bring back the USA Today Network Wisconsin ice scraper. Worth 10 cents, Ricardo. Worth 10 cents.
12 cents.
12 cents. Oh, it's gone up. All right.
Yeah.
So here we go. 5 questions. They each pertain to this category. Halloween. Simple, right? How well do you know Halloween? And by the way, guys, I don't know if you're aware, for the first time in 19 years, Halloween night, there'll be a full moon that night. Only happens like every 19 years. Little extra spookiness there for this Halloween. You feeling confident?
That's good.
Feeling ready? Halloween.
I'm ready. Let's get it.
Raise your hand and yell ding. Question number 1. Name 2 of the 4 Starburst original flavors. 2 of the 4.
Ding.
Yes, Allen.
Lemonade. Pink lemonade.
Lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon. And then orange.
Yes. Ricardo, score.
1-0 Allen.
1-0 Allen. Starburst. Cherry, lemon, orange, and strawberry. Those are your 4 original Starburst flavors. Hey, by the way, guys, Starburst and Ricardo, I don't know if you know this, listed as Wisconsin's favorite Halloween candy by the website candystore.com. Kind of surprised by that. Thought it'd be Snickers or Reese's peanut butter cups.
I thought it would have been like candy corn.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Ty Montgomery, a former co-host, despised candy corn. Mike Daniels, who's been on the show, loved candy corn. Was a huge fan of it. So it's one way or the other. Do you guys like candy corn?
No, I despise of it too.
You do?
Yeah, I can get it candy corn.
I do.
I can get it candy.
Well, see, there we go. It's split again. Now, I'm a big fan of it. I like candy corn. Ricardo, do you like it?
Horrible. Terrible.
Do you know if you take a handful of candy corn with a bunch of peanuts, it tastes like a salted nut roll? It's exactly like it. Try it sometime. Delicious with a big glass of milk. Yes.
That's good.
Question number 2. What is a carved pumpkin called?
Ding.
Yes, Allen.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Okay.
Yes, Ricardo scored.
Whoa. 2-0. Hey, 2-0 Allen.
Yeah.
2-0 Allen Lazard, the lizard, a jack-o'-lantern. Yes. I didn't
I
get the
gave him
pumpkin.
now.
What was that, Alden?
I
I gave him the script. He knows all the answers. He's reading it right now.
Yeah.
Question number 3, very easy one. What does a witch use to fly?
Ding.
Ding.
Elton.
Oh.
A broom is correct. Ricardo scored.
Yeah. Hey, 2-1 Allen still.
2-1 Allen. And Ricardo, I've seen you flying around on a broom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know the Wicked Witch of the West, you can kill her by sprinkling water on her from The Wizard of Oz? Did you know that, Ricardo?
Yeah, Wizard of Oz movie, from the 1930s? You were in high school back then,
It's
right?
a
So you probably went to go see
classic.
that.
Everybody has watched it. All right, question number 4. This is a tough one, but I think you should know it. How many licks did it take Mr. Owl to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Yes, Elton.
Oh.
The world may never know.
What was that?
The world may never know.
The world may never know, but do you know how many licks it took him to get to the center?
Dang. I don't know that.
Elton was close. Allen.
Is it a number?
It is a number. How many licks?
Hold on.
1,067.
No, not for Mr. Owl. Elton, I'm going to give you another chance because you've seen the commercial. You know what I'm talking about. Do I have to throw this question out?
The world.
Yep. Throw it out.
I'm throwing it out. There's a penalty flag. Come on. 3. It takes 3 licks, but you're right, Elton.
Yeah,
the world may never know.
Yeah,
that's
I thought
a commercial.
That's what was said, though. Okay.
It's a commercial. He goes 1, 2, 3, and then he bites it and eats it up. 3 licks.
Oh, okay. All right.
2-1 Allen.
Well, yeah.
This was an easy one for the guys. Question number 5. What does the character Jason use to cover his face in the Friday the 3rd? Yes, Allen. Hockey mask is right. Ricardo score.
3-1 Allen.
3-1 Allen. Hockey mask. I'm not a big fan of scary movies. I get too scared. I don't like scary movies.
Me too.
Suspenseful movies. No, I don't like that stuff. Ricardo, you into scary movies?
Only like if it has to do with like like aliens or something like that.
Yeah,
Predator, that kind of stuff.
All that gore, the gory stuff. I'm not a big fan of that. All right, so here's the bonus question that is now worth 3 points, right, Ricardo? To give Elton a chance to win the game. So you still have a chance to win a nice prize for Jason Bino. Here we go. I mentioned the full moon that will be seen this Halloween. A full moon will transform a human into this hairy creature.
Ding.
Yes, Allen.
Oh.
A werewolf.
A werewolf is right. And that is that. Allen Lazard is the champion once again. 2 weeks in a row. It is a winning streak. A werewolf. Rosie, some championship music. Because Pam Peters is going home with the legendary book tonight. But that's okay. Jason Bino, a big fan of the show, is going home with an ice scraper. You'll like that, Jason. Well done, Allen Lazard. He knows Halloween. According to legend, a person bitten by a werewolf will then turn into a werewolf at the next full moon and all full moons thereafter. So be careful on Halloween night, guys. Very good. Congratulations. Yes. How well do you know Halloween? All right, guys, it's time. We got a couple video questions. Actually, Allen, our video questions are both for Elton tonight. They want to know a little bit of stuff about the offensive line. So apparently Elton's taking over the show. Allen's leaning back. He's going to kick back and watch with the rest of us. So, Rosie, roll question number 1 from our friend Mark Stelzel.
Hey, Elton. Forbes magazine named you the top rookie guard in the NFL in 2019, and you and David Bakhtiari as the top 5 combination on the left side of the line. My question for you is, how did you and Hollywood mesh so quickly as a great tandem in the NFL?
I feel like both of us, we expect each other to be great. We always attend to the small details and things like that. So just playing with a guy that go to practice and come in the building every day and strive to be great, I feel like it helped a lot.
All right, great question, great answer. And Rosie, how about rolling video question number 2 from another friend of the show, Tracy Santos.
Hey, Elton. Linemen seem to be particularly versatile and may have to step into a different position they're not used to playing at a moment's notice. Are there any positions on the line that you wouldn't want to step in on or that you haven't? If so, why not? Thanks.
I feel like I can step into any position. I always, just like I say, I want to be great, and I want to be able to play different positions on the line whenever there's time to need, whatever it is to help the team win. So just going and doing your technique and learning the ins and outs of each position, I feel like it helped a lot.
All right, good stuff from our fans. Kind of a little twist on the versatility question. Which line position would you not want to play? But, hey, Ricardo, Mark and Tracy win something for having their questions selected, right?
That's right. Both Mark and Tracy won a signed photo of Allen Lazard. So each week we'll ask you to submit video questions for our upcoming guests that we'll ask live during Monday's show. Look for it on Facebook.com/Clubhouse Live.
Yes, and we are going to get those photos out very soon. So be on the lookout for those in the mail. All right, Allen, it is time. Everybody kind of waits with bated breath. The most popular segment in Clubhouse Live history. Take us into your house. What is something cool this week from Allen Lazard's house? Here we go.
Today, I'm bringing my helmet from last year.
Oh, nice.
My rookie year helmet. I decided to purchase it after the season last year. And
they make you buy it?
Piece. You know, that's a discussion that we try to fight every single year, but I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But yeah, we have to purchase it. It's not too much, I don't think.
You should get it signed.
By who? By me?
Me.
You could, all your teammates. Yeah, Elton says he'll sign it.
No, I don't want to devalue it.
Whoa! Ouch! Oh, here we go. Oh, there's the crowd laughing.
Yeah, it's a delayed reaction.
Now they laugh.
It's always a delayed reaction in the virtual audience. How about Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers could sign it for you.
He signed a few. He signed 2 of my touchdown balls. So
nice.
I've got 2 of those. So yeah.
All right. So let's run it on. We've seen the stuffed animal Simba, a white lion, a white tiger, the lizard. I always forget the lizard. Yes, the lizard, then Simba, the stuffed animal, then the white tiger lamp, your college jersey framed, and now your Packers helmet from your rookie season. Ricardo, it's like a game of memory. We're going to keep doing this and see how far we can go down and memorize.
You're going to memorize all that. Yeah, you're going to do that.
I will. Hey, Ricardo, the Bears down 14-zip already?
No, it's scoreless.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I like it. Well, we're going to keep that segment rolling in 2 weeks. We'll be back in Allen Lazard's house checking things out. Hey, you guys are finally back. The comfy confines of Lambeau Field. It's been a while since you had a game in Titletown and the cathedral, the mecca of football, right? So, first of all, how anxious are you guys just to be home? And secondly, give us some keys. I mean, the Vikings, despite their 1-5 record, it's still a common opponent. You know each other well. So we'll start with Elton because you just kind of take us through. It's got to be fun and nice to know that you can stay home and not have to worry about all those road trips and just play at Lambeau Field.
Yeah, it's always good to play. It's always good to play football in your backyard. You know, just going out there, our locker room right there, and just walking out in your own backyard and play and being able to go home. It's always a comfortable feeling.
Yeah, definitely comfortable to be at Lambeau. Even without fans, it's still a good place to be. But Allen, again, the Vikings know you. You know the Vikings. No secrets. They seem to be in a little bit of disarray, but you can't be fooled by that 1-5 record, right? They're still a dangerous football team.
Absolutely not. Like I said earlier in the show, you know, every single week you got to be able to reset because all 32 teams in the NFL are very talented and can win any game anytime. I think they have a lot of great weapons over there on their offense, as well as their defense. I think they've done a great job of scheming up against us and making sure that, you know, everything that we've been able to get that we've earned. So like you had earlier said, it's great to be back in Lambeau Field, especially, you know, with the weather, how it's kind of starting to cook up to now and cool down, be able to get into that mode of being able to play nice cold Lambeau football.
Nice cold Lambeau football. The nice thing about Sunday, it's going to be a noon game again. Those are the best games on Sunday. How about a virtual round of applause tonight for Allen Lazard and Elgton Jenkins? Another good show, fun show. Always good to have the offensive line guys on. They just bring a little they're just different. They're just different guys, but good guys. And you never know what you're going to get. Hey, It's time to go up north with Mark Olenichik Realty. If you are buying or selling real estate in Northeast Wisconsin, contact the licensed professional realtors at Mark Olenichik Realty. Call 920-432-1007 or visit olej.com. This is where Ricardo and I predict Sunday's Packers game. Vikings, Packers, Lambeau Field. Ricardo, what's your pick?
Vikings are in tank for Trevor mode, it seems like. So Green Bay by 2 touchdowns. Brett, I don't see how they lose this game.
Yeah, they seem to be almost in sell mode right now. They're starting to kind of get rid of guys. There's been reports out there that other guys might be up for trading. They're trying to dump some salary. So, hey, Allen, the victory visor is still undefeated. There's something special about this old visor. I'm going to put it on my head again. How about a virtual cheer for that? As I'm predicting yet another Green Bay Packers victory. Yes, I'm saying 34-27. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a fun game. The score may be a little closer than maybe what the final stat line will show, but Vikings coming off a bye, so they'll be rested. They're gonna be motivated, but they are 1-5 on the season. And as I said, a team, a franchise, maybe in a little turmoil, a little transition. But they're always intense matchups when they meet. Wow. Apparently, I'm getting cheered for. That's good. The Packers' offense gashed the Vikings' defense, 522 yards in their Week 1 victory in Minneapolis. That was 43-34. This is hard to believe, Ricardo. Vikings' defense ranked among the worst in the league in total defense. That's nuts. Allowing an average of 414 yards per game, ranked near the bottom in pass defense. Haven't fared all that well in the run defense. I think the Packers' offense rolls again, especially if some guys return, and Green Bay picks up a big and key win. It's 4th straight against its purple rivals, and then has to quickly transition to another big game, that road trip to San Francisco in a Thursday night matchup. So, by the way, the Packers on Sunday will make it 7 for 7 in scoring on their opening drives. So what do you guys think? You like it, Allen, Elton? The victory visor, how does it look?
I love it.
Yes, it's undefeated this season because when you guys lost, we didn't have a show the previous week. So there's a lot of magic in this hat. Ricardo, Packers News app.
Yes. With exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network, Wisconsin's Packers coverage team, that Packers News app, your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers. Brett, the app is available for iPhone and Android users only. Sorry, Motorola.
All right. Special thank you to our friends. Again, Olenichik Realty, Mark Olenichik Realty would like to thank Northeast Wisconsin for 40 years of real estate success. Put their success to work for you. Call Mark Olenichik Realty at 920-432-1007 or visit olej.com. Also, Mayfield Sports Marketing, a leading Wisconsin sports marketing agency and speaker bureau. And Mike Thiel of Eric Lives Here for, again, allowing us to use his song MVP as our intro and outro themes. Lizard, Allen, you get the final word tonight.
First, I just want to say thank you to Elton for coming on the show tonight. Always a pleasure to have you on, spend some quality time with you, my boy. But everyone at home, thank you for tuning in, viewing from all across the country and all across the world. I think that's truly something awesome and special. So thank you, and even if it is for 5 minutes or the full show. So everyone, hope you guys have a great week, and go Pack, go.
Yes, go Pack, go. By the way, hold the cheer, hold the applause. I do have a tweet from Katie Sunderman, who is taking me to task for not knowing about Irie and Billy Turner and Irie. So she's making fun of me. And that's not how I want to end the show, by being made fun of. So anyway, that's okay. That's okay, Katie. I'm going to learn what that is once we log off. So how about another virtual round of applause, Rosie, for the guys? Or laugh too. Go ahead, whatever you guys want to do. But Elton, thanks for being on the show tonight. Appreciate you. And Allen, we will see you again in 2 weeks. So for Ricardo, the Lizard, Elton, Rosie, and the rest of the Clubhouse Live crew, I'm Brett Christopherson saying so long. Be back here next Monday night. We will have a show with a very special guest as we look back on that big Packers victory over the Minnesota Vikings. And then 2 weeks, the Lizard is back for another edition of Clubhouse Live, the virtual show. Hey, Mean Gene, we're still thinking about you. Get better, buddy, and take it away.
Go, Pack, go! Go, Pack, go! Green and